Hello, so today is Tuesday, August 19th. It is currently 2:16 p.m. Or if you're back in the States, it is currently Monday, August 18th, and it's 10:16 p.m. over there. But I am finally at the Haneda airport. It's behind me. I've been walking around trying to see what shops are around the area to kind of spend my Suica card. My Suica is like the MTS bus if you're like from San Diego. It holds the fare money for like your buses and whatnot. It's technically like a glorified debit card or credit card. So right now I'm in the Sky Pier, which you can see like all the airplanes and stuff like that. It's kind of empty right now, but I'm walking around, kind of killing some time. It's been like a roller coaster, honestly, of a day, especially because of the fact that several things happened. So first and foremost, they canceled. Well, they didn't cancel anything. First and foremost, because of the Canadian protests, we were gonna fly into Canada Air and we were gonna go about it from there. But they ended up deciding to tell us to like either change our tickets or accept the consequences or whatever you want to call it, and wait to see if it was gonna work out or not. And so I decided to change my tickets. I changed my ticket to today, the 19th, while my friends are leaving on the 20th, because it gives me at least one more day to be able to like gather my stuff for me to drive to Detroit. So I'm fine with that, and so that's why I'm here by myself, but that's okay. And so then afterwards, when I booked my flight to the 19th, I ended up getting a flight for 3:30. It's currently 2 o'clock, but they ended up delaying it. They got delayed to 4:30, and then it got delayed to like 5:30, then it got delayed to 6, and now it's delayed until like 7:30 p.m. So I don't even know what's happening at this point. I managed to come here early, not only to scope around the airport, but at the same time to get some work done, and also because of the fact that I wanted to check out the Centurion Lounge, the one that he just opened at the Haneda airport. So that's why I'm here. But I haven't done any of that because I've been walking around sightseeing and seeing how the whole airport is. So that's why I haven't done anything. But I think now, since I managed to look at the 5 floors or whatever, I'm just gonna do that, I guess. Go to the check in the bags, check in everything, finish my last minute purchases, which I think I already did, put everything in the bags and the corresponding bags, and then give them up so I can go inside and go into the lounge and start doing some work, because that was another thing I was gonna do, start doing some work, but I haven't. So right now we're in the elevator and we're gonna be going down a floor, and then we have to go down another floor, but we'll see. So small little update, we finally found the Centurion. Well, I didn't finally find that, I already found it, but I wasn't coming to it because I was doing random stuff. But here it is, Centurion Lounge in the Haneda airport. So let's see what the hype is. Save it. Hello. Oh my god, VIP. Hello, so today is Wednesday, August 20th. It is currently 11:32 here back in San Diego, California. And last night we got here from Haneda Airport, Japan, Tokyo, Japan to San Francisco SFO Airport, and then from SFO to San Diego Airport. And we're finally made it back. We finally came here. I was so tired, honestly speaking, that I didn't even bother to film. I didn't even bother to do anything at that point. We just got home and I showed the gifts that I got people because they were kind of sort of awake and not really. So I got them their gifts, and then they ended up Everybody went their separate ways. We bought Taco Bell. I ate Taco Bell, and then I called it a night, and I knocked out. Today in the morning, we were able to talk to more people. We were able to see them and be like hi, etc., etc. I went to go visit my mom last night as well, and I gave her gifts as well. Later today, I might visit her again. But right now we're in the storage facility because I just got my U-Haul U-Box, and then we're about to go load it up and go back and forth and and then we're gonna do the whole process. But this is gonna take a hot minute, so let me start doing that now. We're out here. We put the first shipment inside the car, and we're already dead. And so
we can fit 5 in the car.
We're gonna figure it out how to end up. Apparently, we're learning a lot of things about my car, and then about moving to different countries or states. I mean, same difference. And so everything is working out. So far, so good. But we got until like 4. Technically, we have until 5 p.m. because they close until 5, I think. So, assuming that we do it correctly, we are going to be able to fully move in everything, I think. I'm not really sure. But we're trying to assess what I'm going to be taking in the car with me while I'm driving and what I'm putting in the U-Haul, because the U-Haul is going to arrive like a week later. After I have delivered it, or like 2 weeks later. So yeah. Oh man, so update. It is currently 5:54 p.m. here in San Diego, California, and holy hell, I have done a lot. Thank God, right? But Jesus. I went to the storage, I fixed up the storage, I ended up taking out everything from the storage. I went to the U-Haul U-Box thing, whatever they're called, facility. I bought out a U-Box. I wanted to check it out. So online it's like, oh, it's 5x8, but my brain can't like put quantity, like I can't envision that. So I had to go see it in person prior to buying it or renting it or whatever. And so I went to the facility and I was like, oh, well, can I see one? And they're a lot more roomier than I expected. I kind of got the concept of it because I used to have a 5x5 storage, and that was pretty small. And then I had a 5x10. Right now I had a 5x10. And even though I wasn't using that completely, that was like massive. And so I guess it's like the middle ground. So my brain kind of sort of understood it, but not really. So when I saw it, I was like, oh damn, like this is massive. So I ended up buying it. I went to the storage. I picked out everything. It took like 4 trips for me to fully take out everything because I only had my car. And so I did it, and then I stored everything inside of the U-Haul or whatever, and that's it. That's how the cookie crumbled. After charging the car, I'm gonna go to the elderly place, which is like the place I used to work at, because I bought stuff for those particular people, my coworkers or former coworkers, whatever you want to call it, and I am going to give it to them. But they leave at 7:30. It's currently 6, so I'm trying to beat the time, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult, but whatever. Afterwards, I'm gonna go to my mom's and say my byes and spend time with her before coming back and leaving. The other thing that I remember to mention, I forgot to say it on the previous little video, was that I am still in need of finishing my syllabi. I finished one of the syllabuses from one of the colleges that I'm teaching, the community college that I'm teaching at, but I have not finished the one from Wayne State University, and that's the one I'm gonna have to work on. I have not finished it. I have touched base on some of the things on the Canvas page, like my forefront of my college class that I'm teaching. So I finished the Canvas page, and now I'm just like and so I need to finish the syllabus. I know that while we're on the road and Sandy is driving with me, she's going to be driving and I'm going to be working on my homework on my work in general, trying to get that up and running so the people can just be on there. But I'm also
kind of making sense of like the essays that they're gonna have to write and the prompts that they're gonna have to write in general. And I also need to edit the video for this Sunday coming up, and we're already on Wednesday, and so I'm just kind of like, holy hell, all these things are like clustering into one. I decided to leave today and not necessarily tomorrow because of the fact that I didn't want to leave everything like so compact. So assuming that it takes 3 days to get there, assuming I left tomorrow the 21st, then I would be arriving on the 24th. And essentially I don't have anything in that house. I don't have a couch, I don't have nothing. And I'm not planning to buy the whole, like, furnish the whole thing right there and then, but like I would at least like to get a bed. You know what I mean? So I want to go pick up a bed, and I want to have enough time to like mingle with that. And I'm just like and so I didn't want to leave everything final second. I also have to go to Costco and buy my groceries. I also have to buy the bare essentials. I don't have jack all. I don't have silverware. I don't have forks. I don't have knives. I don't have spoons. I don't have anything. I need cups to some extent. I need like at least a single freaking plate. I don't have nothing. So I didn't want to do all that in a matter of like last minute, last second. So I'd rather be stressing right now in the sense of like putting the U-Haul and taking the storage and doing this and doing that. And then after that, I can just, you know, stress out right here, make the drive, get there probably on the 23rd or on the 24th. And I have the full day on the 23rd and the whole day on the 24th or something like that. I never realistically have done a long trip like this, kind of sort of. We did do a long trip to go to a EDM festival, but that was in an RV, so you're able to sleep, you're able to rotate, and you had the comfort of like a mattress to some extent. So that was like whatever, that was like luxury. So I never done a trip where I have to be in a car. So we didn't really plan out like pit stops in general. We didn't really plan out like an Airbnb or like a hotel. We might just get a hotel, or we might just like land somewhere and kind of like whatever it. I don't really know. We're kind of just YOLOing it at this point, and you know what happens kind of like attitude.
Hello. So update. It is currently 8:21 p.m. and I was gonna go to Costco with my mom, but apparently the new time change makes it that they close at 8:30, and so it was impossible at that point. And so we came to Walmart. I came with Danny, and then I came with my other brother, Sebastian, and then my mom. They're over there. So I'm here to get random snacks for the trip that I'm gonna start today or tonight. And then they came, I don't know what they came for. They just came to accompany me, but also buy some snacks and some food, I guess. I don't really know what they need. So that's what we're doing. Well, that's what I'm doing. So, update, it is currently 9:23 p.m. and we went to Walmart, like I was saying, and we were like cruising around Walmart because I was going to buy the snacks and whatnot. And I thought these guys were just gonna accompany me to like buy one or two things. I'm not really sure, and they ended up jacking my car at this point.
This isn't it. It's your car.
It's not my car. And then look at it.
Where are we going? ¿A dónde vamos? Where'd you park?
They bought all this.
Hello? Más para allá, ¿no?
I only bought 3 bags, which are my snacks. And they ended up buying the whole Walmart on their goddamn self. I don't even understand how they ended up buying everything.
Es el gordito robalonche.
Oh, no.
They're calling my brother.
There's no ito in there.
Gordito.
Gordoto.
Gordote.
Gordito robalonche.
So now we're finally situated. So overall, we were gonna eat. Nobody has eaten. So we were all debating where we wanted to go eat. And they were like, oh, we should go to McDonald's. So we went to go McDonald's, and they were like, oh, never mind. I don't want to go eat McDonald's. We want to go to Jack in the Box. We get to Jack in the Box, and these guys are like experts at like Jack in the Box because that's all they eat. And we get here, they order something, and then the guy is like, oh, would you like something else? Or is that it for your order? And then I was like, okay, are you guys going to tell them what you want? And they just froze. Both of them just froze. They didn't say anything. So I was like, oh, you know what? That's it. That's all we're eating. And so
now apparently they're deciding that they want the whole damn menu, and they're trying to like find what they're gonna end up eating, which is ridiculous because the poor guy's gonna give us our food, and then these guys are gonna be like, "Can I have like 50 other things?" So what are you guys deciding on?
You found a new item. Well, I think I'm gonna get a loaded breakfast sandwich.
You're gonna tell them that?
Yeah, so what he's gonna have to do is he's gonna have to get my sourdough bread, then he's gonna have to get the bacon, then he's gonna have to put the cheese on top, then he's gotta make a whole egg, okay? Then he's gotta get the ham, he's gotta get a sausage.
Alright, well then you pay the guy, and then you tell him your situation. Because I'm not, this is ridiculous.
No, we're just gonna get put on the side. We always get put on the side.
Yeah, I wonder why, because you guys are terrible fucking customers.
No.
Hello, so today is Thursday, August 21st. It is currently 1:30 a.m. in the friggin' morning because we are gonna set out. I finally have my car packed. There's so much crap back here. I have it packed to some extent of like some things that I wanted to take with me quite physically because I either needed them or I wanted them to be there and not take until like September 9th when the U-Haul said that it was going to arrive. Everything has been packed in the U-Haul. That is going to be confirmed tomorrow morning when they open. I'm going to tell them that that's it and they're going to ship it out at some point in their life. I don't know when, but the estimate is that I'm going to get it until September 9th. So that's okay, and it's kind of like not okay. It's kind of like in between both, but whatever. With that being said, like I said, I'm here charging the car. At first I was going to charge it to 80, but now that I'm seeing it being charged to 92% and it says like, oh, I'll be ready in 30 minutes, so I'm just going to vlog. Not necessarily for 30 minutes, but I'm pretty sure this is going to take a huge chunk of it, so I'm pretty whatever about it. I'm quite excited. We are going to be driving all the way to Las Vegas, or we're gonna be driving all the way to Detroit, Michigan. So that is like about 2,400 miles, a little bit less than that, like 2,340 something. I don't know the actual number, but it's quite a drive. And I have obviously an electric vehicle, so I'm gonna have to make some pit stops in certain areas. But the thing that we do want to do and we want to experience is the fact that we're gonna go to different areas and different locations, and we are going to make pit stops for certain things. We're probably gonna go do a lot of coffee shops in places here and there. So there's that, kind of keeping us motivated. So the plan is we are going to look for a place in general that has a charger. We're gonna leave the car charging, and while it's charging, we are going to, I don't know, go wander, go eat, go this and that. The worry or the complication of that is, since I have a bunch of stuff in the car, it's kind of like, because we don't know if I'm gonna get jacked or broken into or something. So that's kind of like the worry, and that's kind of like the fear factor of it. But at the same time, like, I don't really know how to anticipate that. I don't want to be like always worrying about the fact that it might possibly get broken into, because at that point it's kind of like whatever. I also did not plan out in any way, shape, or form any Airbnbs, any hotels, anything at all to like go and sleep. I don't know if we're gonna do like those trucker stops or whatever that they pull over to the side and the community area and they sleep and whatever, blah blah. I don't know if we're gonna do that, or if I just want to like YOLO it and rent out an Airbnb, maybe possibly with a garage. That would be ideal, to be honest, but I'm not sure. We're kind of winging it right now, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't really slept properly because I've been going here and there saying bye to my mom and going to go see my mom and yada yada, that I haven't even like anything on that aspect of things. But so I'm like a little bit tired. Like currently right now, if I like close my eyes, I can quite literally fall asleep. Went to my mom's house. I was planning to go to Costco prior to leaving the trip, but it turns out that, I'm assuming because they modified the hours, that now executive members get to go in an hour earlier, and now they open at 9 o'clock. They're closing earlier.
So they're closing like at around 8:30 now, and I was still thinking that they close at 9. So I was like, oh, I have like an hour or whatever. Turns out they close at 8:30, and then I was like, oh man, well there's no point. I made it to my mom like at 8. By the time I pick her up, by the time I drive to the local Costco, it was probably gonna be like 8:15. So at that point, it was like, we're probably gonna walk to the front of the store, and it's gonna be like 8:20, and run around the entirety of Costco in 10 minutes. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. So I was like, no, never mind. We ended up going to Walmart. I don't even know if I filmed with it. Oh yeah, I did film within Walmart. And then we bought some stuff. I bought some snacks. I have a couple snacks here. We have another snack bag. I think this is a drink bag. And then we have a insulation tote down here with more snacks and more liquids and stuff. So we're kind of ready. The only thing that kind of sucks is that since I have a bunch of crap down here, it's kind of pushing the seat a little bit forward on my end, not on her end, and so I'm gonna feel it. Well, at least not necessarily feel it, but I'm going to, like, when I'm trying to possibly pull to the side to sleep, it's gonna look like I'm sleeping military style, and it's just like, this seems very uncomfortable. I don't really think I can like push it back, or maybe I can, but I don't know. I still have to work on my syllabus. I still have to work on updating the Canvas page and so on and forth. The cool thing, well, I'm gonna say two things. One is that I still don't know if it works or not, but I was gonna say the cool thing is that the car has integrated Wi-Fi, so assuming that that's a thing, then I'll have a Wi-Fi on my computer and, kick ass. But assuming that I'm just bamboozling myself, because overall it does have Wi-Fi, but I don't know if it's active or if I'm able to use it. And assuming that it is, because I have OnStar and all that fancy stuff, then badass, I'm gonna be able to do my work in the car. Technically I can do my work regardless if I have it in the car or not, because I have like the mobile hotspot from Verizon or whatever on my cell phone, and I can share data or whatever. But I don't know how fast that is, and if it's enough. I honestly don't know how fast the freaking Prolog Wi-Fi thing is. I could probably look that up too. So I don't know per se, give or take. So I'm just banking on that. And so right now we are at 95%, and we are almost done, supposedly in 20 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just a little bit, obviously I'm tired right now. I'm very tired. I kind of want to sleep to some extent, but that's not going to happen. I was a little bit sad earlier because obviously my mother ended up crying because she's going to see me leave, and leave super far. And I'm her firstborn child and blah, blah, blah. So it was a kind of sad moment to some extent, but at the same time, like, what can you do about it? I called my grandma to say bye and get my blessings, and my grandma was very emotionalist, or she was very like abrupt or kind of fast in responses, because I'm assuming that she was trying to be strong and hold it back, because since I'm the first grandchild and the first son and the first everything in the family, she usually pampers me a lot, and she gives me like little what's it called? In Spanish, they're called cariños, which are like little love comments where she's like, oh, my little baby, I can't even, my brain is fried. I don't remember words right now. And so she didn't even do any of that. She didn't say anything cutesy, anything like very grandma-esque, because of the fact that I'm assuming that she is worried because I'm doing this long trip. And also she's sad because I'm leaving for like ever to some extent. And so I understand, and it's kind of like sad to see, but at the same time, like, in the back of my head, I'm still kind of like, what am I gonna do about it? Like, I can't change that. And so that's the sad reality about it. And then when it comes to we ended up calling my godmother, which is my mom's sister, and she is a therapist, a psychologist, so she is a lot better with her words, even though she was going through it too, to some extent. She didn't cry on the phone, but I'm assuming that they talked after I left. And so she was like, hey, be safe, be calling us, etc., etc., etc. And so
Yeah, it was a nice conversation. Hopefully, I think my mom, her, and my grandma are kind of like afraid of planes. Well, they're not afraid, but they're kind of like scary cats when it comes to that. So I don't know how willing they are to get in a plane or on a plane to like go to Detroit and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're able to, but I told them it's like, oh, I'm not going far. Like it's a 4-hour plane ride from here to over there, and they were like, yikes. So yeah, but I guess there's that. I don't really know how to anticipate that, but yeah, it was a sad moment and it was a something moment, but it was a nice one regardless, and hopefully they will keep me in mind. Hello, so good morning first and foremost, and we are doing a small little update. So we officially left San Diego, California, and now as of like an hour and a half ago we made a pit stop, the first pit stop to charge the car at Barstow, California, I believe. And we were like at a Walmart, we charged it, I got some work done for my classes. Right now is my turn to drive. I took like an hour and a half to a 2-hour nap, and right now Sandy is sleeping while I'm driving. We are, I believe, like maybe like an hour or two away from Las Vegas, I believe. So right now I'm currently driving there. It's literally straight pathway until like an hour from now. So it's kind of whatever. Apparently though, while I was like doing my work for the school, I saw that I got a message on my phone saying that there's going to be like a major heat advisory. So that's kind of something, which is expected, right? Because because of Vegas, but at the same time it's like yikes. I don't know how that's gonna go. I mean, when I was in Japan it was pretty hot, but it wasn't hot as in like heat wise, it was hot because of the humidity. So I don't know if it's particularly the same thing. If I remember Vegas, it was pretty somewhat like humid, so we'll see. Update. It is currently 8:43 a.m. and we have officially made our second stop of the day, I guess. We are in, where are we?
We're in Vegas.
We're in Las Vegas, baby. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's hot as hell, but honestly it's kind of whatever compared to like, I guess, Japan. It was pretty humid, and so I'm kind of used to it. I mean, obviously we're sweating.
Literally lives in a hot area back home.
But, it's whatever. I feel like the weather at the house is a lot worse than this. So, there's that.
My armpits are...
I don't know. So we're in this current location where we're charging the car, but due to congestion in this area, because it's super popular, because it's right next to a Sam's Club, it only allows us to charge at 85%. So update, it is currently 9:47 a.m. I was gonna say p.m. a.m. and we just got somewhat done charging the car. Like I said before, it had like a policy on the charger that stated that it could only charge to 85 because of congestion due to the popularity of the place. So yeah, and then I had said we were gonna go to In-N-Out, but I forgot that they don't open until 10. So at the time it was like barely 9:10, 9:20, and I didn't want to wait because that's kill time. So we decided to start driving again, and apparently our next pit stop, or like our next stop to charge the car, is that we are going to be in Utah. So apparently it is also a Walmart, the pit stop, and apparently there's also an In-N-Out in that location. So it's a win-win scenario according to Sandy. The only caveat as of right now is, even though I'm not really hungry, or I'm not hungry at all, to be honest, is I still have to eat something because we haven't eaten anything, and also because I can't just pretend to not eat. I'm assuming that I've been keeping myself like satisfied because I've been snacking on trail mix, and so my stomach is saying like, oh, like you already ate, you're fine. But in reality, I haven't really eaten anything. Neither of us have. So, small little update, we finally made it to another charging station. We are currently in Utah. We are in Washington, Utah. And we made it to a charging station, but before going to the charging station, we got In-N-Out. Yay! This is my final In-N-Out because there's none in Michigan. So, I'm gonna cry internally. To some extent. I like In-N-Out. It's not, I'm not like there 24/7. I'm there like twice every year or something.
The
but
thing though is that I can always bring them in and out.
But it's just the exclusivity thing, I guess. I got the Flying Dutchman. Here, let me see. And then I got the animal style fries. And then she got animal style fries with pepperoncinis. Oh dang, we were also supposed to go to... We can go right now after we charge it. We're like currently parked outside of a Walmart, so maybe we might go to Walmart. I'm not sure, but now we're gonna continue driving and see how it goes. But just wanted to try out my final In-N-Out and cry a little. No, just kidding. But little update. It is currently 1:41 p.m. and we got done to charging the car, and then we ended up going to Costco. But now apparently Sandy had like this idea of like I think she saw it on TikTok where they have like little pop stores, like pop as in like soda pop, and we ended up actually finding one just spontaneously here in Utah. So look at the little store. There's a little sign and everything. I don't even know what kind of drinks they have or anything. We finally got out, and honestly,
It was overwhelmed.
I was overwhelmed. There's a lot of options. I didn't really know. I know I wanted something with Red Bull. I didn't know what I wanted with Red Bull because there was a lot of options, so I kind of like freaked out. But we ended up getting. Oh, Jesus Christ, this thing is massive. Look, it's a big pop. Look at this. I got. Let me see. It's called the Rocket Man. It's a large 44 ounce. It has White Monster, strawberry puree, orange, and Sprite. It technically had cherry, but we took it out because I don't like cherry. And it tastes wonderful. I like it. Update. It is currently 4 p.m. and we made another pit stop or another charging spot. We are currently, actually I have no idea where we're at. Oh, we're in Beaver. We're in Beaver. I know that because I went inside the store and they were selling a lot of Beaver merchandise. So that's how I know. So we're charging. It's almost done. It's almost at 80%. I think I'm just going to keep it at 80%. I don't even know how much we need for the next stop, but I'm going to assume it's 80%. And so we're in this little area, you see.
And then there's cows. Look at the cows. Look at the cows. They're right there. They're chilling. I'm chilling. It's like in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where I'm at. There's a Days Inn, and then this little like massive store is called the Eagle Lounge or Landing. I don't know, flying, whatever. And hold on, I'm just gonna zoom in. It's a gas stop, but they have bathrooms or whatever. It's like their own Buc-ee's, you know what I mean? You get what I mean. And so I went in there, I went to the bathroom while the car was charging, and everything was fine and dandy. Kind of tired. We ended up buying out or renting out an Airbnb, so we're gonna end up staying there. We rented it for Denver, Colorado, so that's still like maybe like 7 hours away from where we're currently at. And so we're gonna drive. I think I have like 2 more stops to charge the car before getting to the location. So we're gonna end up getting there like at around 11 or so p.m. I think. But look, this is how it looks like. It's at 81. I don't even know how much it's gonna charge me. Probably like $20. I don't know. But we're going through it. And so now we're switching. Sandy's gonna drive and I'm gonna be the passenger princess because I was falling asleep and I'm tired. We have a pit stop coming up in like 10 minutes, so we'll see what's around, but I don't really think there's much. I was looking into it because we pre-checked the pit stops to see if there's like a little restaurant or something along the way, but there's literally nothing. I think it was like, initially it was in front of like a coffee shop, but according to Google, it permanently closed. So it's kind of like a sad little scenario. So assuming it permanently closed, there's literally nothing around the area. So unfortunate. So update. It is currently 6:58 p.m. basically 7 p.m. and we are actually have no idea where we're at. Like somewhere in Route 70.
Yeah, but right before we haven't entered Denver. I mean Colorado yet.
Yeah.
We're at the border.
So we're almost about ready to get to Colorado, but don't know the specificity of where we're at. But there's a lot of pretty rocks everywhere.
Red rocks.
A lot of red rocks. But we're like in the area where if we get lost, we're screwed because there's no phone reception. This is where like the horror movies come about. Anyhow, we ended up doing like 2 charge sessions, I believe. The last one we just did, we went to Love gas station, and they're kind of like this massive company that you can go and shower, and it's like a power station of a bunch of stuff, pit stop or whatever. Sandy got off, I didn't get off. I was with the car and waiting for it to charge, and then I had just woken up from like a nap, so I was already groggy and whatever, so I didn't want to go or look into anything. She got me a cheese stick, I ate it, everything was fine and dandy, and now we're just powering through it until we get to the Airbnb. Not much is really happening. I was trying to work on something for school, like for one of my classes, but unfortunately, due to all the mountains around the area and like the narrowness of like everything being so close to us and blocking the outside world, there's no internet reception or no anything reception, neither on my phone nor on my car, because my car has Wi-Fi because of the OnStar service or whatever. So now I'm just here, basking in the ambience of red rocks. Earlier today it like rained a little.
Yeah. It was kind of nice.
It was kind of cool. And then
What else? Not really much.
It was really green, very green scenery.
It's kind of funny because like I do want to like podcast. I do want to record for the vlog, but like there's been nothing. There's only one change of scenery, and it was like the beginning. It was nothing but rocks and mountains, and then we finally got to like see some greenish for like 5 seconds, in like Utah, and now we're just back to like where we're currently at,
I mean,
like desert
not,
and like whatever.
But it's not like the Mojave where in Nevada, where it's like powder. Here it's like rock, so it's different. It's three different things.
So yeah, I mean, like the landscape is changing, but you know, there's only so much you can do and say.
And then by passing Arizona, you can see the Grand Canyon in the distance. Very beautiful.
So not really sure que pasa en la biblioteca. So we made it to our next charging location, which is the place that I was telling you guys about, the coffee shop that seems to be closed, but I'm not really sure. Well, right now it's closed. But Green River Espresso Ice Cream Coffee and Cup. But like, there's a knife there. That's crazy. Customers on vacation, close August 1st to the 31st. Enjoy your adventure. I will open in September for end of season camp. Okay, so they're out on vacation. That's crazy. Huh. And so there's like a little diner place or whatever, but there's literally nothing. Jesus. So we're just gonna be here for, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes for it to finish charging, and then we're just gonna leave to the next stop. But it seems like there really isn't much in this area. It seems like there really isn't much anywhere around this area, like in this neck of the woods, which is understandable. Hello. So right now
We're going through it.
is currently, what time is it? It is 10:19 p.m. and we made it to a pit stop here at, I don't even know where we're at this point. I am never knowing where we're at.
He doesn't know. He's not situated like that.
No, I'm like whiplash right now. I don't even. Give me a segundo.
So
We are in Rifle, Connecticut.
what?
No, Colorado. Sorry, Rifle, Colorado, and we are charging the car, and everything is fine and dandy on that end. But we stopped at a Maverick, which is, I guess, like kind of like a 7-Eleven, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And turns out that the city turned off the water because they're doing some maintenance to the building or whatever, so they literally have no water whatsoever for anything, for like the water fountain, for the bathrooms, for literally anything and everything.
So the restaurants are all closed.
No, for this building, I don't know about the rest. So there's that. So I have to go to the bathroom and I can't, so yeah, that's fun. But the cool thing is that literally on the other side of this place, there's a Dunkin' Donuts, but that's closed. That's besides the point. After that, or behind that, there's a Taco Bell. So we're gonna go to Taco Bell after this. And we're gonna eat something, and hopefully I can go to the bathroom in there, cause hello, good morning. Today is Friday, August 22nd. It is currently 10 in the morning, and last night we ended up, I don't know if I said, but we ended up renting out an Airbnb, and we were driving to it. And last night, oh brother, it was bad. I had to drive the remaining of the amount of time to go there, and it was a very complicated little scenario where I was falling asleep and I didn't even think I was gonna make it, in terms of getting to the Airbnb, but eventually we ended up making it. I took a shower and I knocked out. So now we're essentially almost done. We are almost done being here. We are getting ready right now. We're packing everything, and then we are heading out to go eat breakfast, and then we are just going to drive away and drive to the new location. We're currently in Colorado right now, and we will be headed to. We're in Denver. You know, we're gonna be going deeper and deeper, so we can try to make it to Michigan. I don't think we're gonna fully go through everything today. I don't think we're gonna make it to Michigan today. Or maybe. I'm not really sure, honestly. But I know that for a fact that right now we're gonna go eat breakfast, and then afterwards we are going to probably start to drive. Sandy just asked right now to Siri what's the weather gonna be looking like, and apparently it's gonna be raining, so that's not very cash money. We're trying to get out of here as soon as possible. I'm kind of tired, kind of not tired. It's very like situational, but yeah, for sure we're gonna eat. I'm hungry, sort of. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll see what's up. I kind of forgot to give the tour of the Airbnb. This is the bathroom, kind of whatever, but this is the bed. It's like a little loft. I don't know what it is. A little bedroom. It's like a bed within the house. Then we have a little couch. We have a little kitchen-esque area, little chimney, and that's basically it. We just stayed here for a bed and call it a day. So, small little update is currently, oh, my watch didn't even decide to turn on. It is 11:14 in the morning. We just got back from eating at a restaurant. It's called Mr. Egg. It's like I'm assuming it's like a random, like Denny's or IHOP wannabe. And it was really good. It was good, but holy hell, the portions was like massive, as you can see from the video that I'm going to be putting on. But now we gotta make the trip.
I could have finished my plate, but I also didn't want to feel like I needed to throw up, and I don't like that feeling. But we went also to the coffee shop that's right next to it, Bayer's Coffee, and it says that it's really good, but they changed locations or something. But I got a cold brew, cold foam with lavender syrup, and then
I got a red eye with caramel syrup and a little bit of creamer. The guy was like, "Yeah, I got you, bro." So we have a whopping
1 day to go.
Yeah, a whole day to go. And then we have 12 pit stops,
which is a total of
a lot, which is 5 hours essentially wasted, I guess. Update: it is currently 1:11 p.m. and we made a pit stop at Barlow Road, or Barlow, Colorado. We're at a Walmart and we are charging the car. We're almost done though. It's at 73%. It's pretty fast because I get the fast chargers. You see? So we made the first pit stop. We're gonna be stopping here. We're gonna go charge the car. It's almost done. I went into Walmart. I had to go to the bathroom. I went to go do my business. I bought some Haribo gummies and Alani. I never had this, but the packaging looked cool, and I was like, oh, let's see what's up. And then right now we're gonna head out. Usually every single pit stop that we do is like an hour. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be driving for like an hour and 20 minutes.
before I have to make another pit stop, and then go about it from there. It's like one pit stop at a time. The one thing that I'm noticing, well, it's whatever, but one thing that's happening is that we have a lot of snacky snacks here, and then also we've been making obviously pit stops to like restaurants and whatnot because we need to eat. And because of my gastric bypass surgery, there's only so much I can eat. And earlier today when we went to go eat at that Mexican place, Mr. Egg, the burrito was massive, so obviously I have leftovers. And so I'm basically, all that information is for me to tell you that I'm collecting food. Yesterday when we went to In-N-Out, I had one of the Flying Dutchmans. Sorry, I had one of the Flying Dutchmans left. So then I'm just hoarding food like if I'm like a squirrel preparing for winter. And so today I'm deciding I'm not going to eat anymore in terms of like buying more food and stocking up. I'm just going to eat whatever I have left. Right now I ate the Flying Dutchman, so I'm kind of like done. So I got rid of one of those boxes and paper trail. I don't remember what else I have. I know for a fact, I have Taco Bell. We went to Taco Bell and I have one taco left. So that's probably, and there's probably soggy as hell. When I'm get hungry again, and I'm gonna try to eat it and see if it's good or not. Assuming that it's not, I'm not gonna eat it and just end up eating the Mexican food. But yeah, I'm gonna stop doing all that jazz just simply because of the fact that I don't want to keep collecting food.
Update: we are currently at 3:18 p.m. and we are currently in. Actually, that's a good. Why can I never figure out where I'm at, brother? Oh, it's like never. I am in Ogalala.
Fuck. I don't know where we're at.
Ogala, Nebraska. And we are charging the car again. At first we've been charging with Electrify America every single step of the way because that's all that there is here. And we ended up in this particular booth or whatever charger that the screen is cracked, so we just assumed that it was broken, but then somebody told us that we could just check the app and it said that it was available, and so I connected it and it is charging now, so that's nice. In other news, we keep landing in rest stops that is just nothing but Walmarts. And so we go inside to go to the bathroom, and it's funny because like every single place or every single country or whatever ends up having their own demographic of people.
Yeah.
And their own particular accents, and it trips me out that like one second I go into one Walmart and they're speaking with a normal accent, and then the next second is country, and then the next second is like
Midwestern.
Like Midwestern.
It has an accent.
And then I'm just like, oh my god.
I was like, where did I land?
I can tell that I've never left California.
No, we have left California. It's just that,
It's just funny.
it's.
And now, after what happens, we're driving. After this, I'm pretty sure it's like another 2-hour drive, and we're gonna end up. Are we still in Nebraska after a 2-hour drive? I think so.
You still have like 10 hours.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours to get out of Nebraska.
He keeps
So I don't really know. My poor car though. It looks like I have a graveyard in front of it from all the bugs that I've been killing when I'm driving. Watch. Look at this. And it's just funny because I keep murdering more and more little bugs. But look at the weird thing, the cool thing and the weird thing about these places is like there's nothing. Like the cool thing is like it looks cool in terms of aesthetics and anything else, but then at the same time, like assuming that I was in this like Holiday Inn, what the hell do I do? Like what do I do for fun? Obviously I haven't looked more into this, right? But like I guess I could go to Walmart for fun, right? Like Walmart is right there. But then after that, like what? And it's just weird. I don't really know what to do with this information, but there's that. Other than that, on to the next stop and then call it a day.
Hello, good morning. It is currently Saturday, August 23rd. It is 8:03 a.m. here in Walcott, Iowa. Can you believe it? I'm like in the middle of nowhere. Look at this. And then apparently over there in that place is the world's largest truck stop in the world, Iowa 80. So that's where we're gonna go right now, but before that I am charging my car and it is at 99%. So technically it's done, but I wanted to film the vlog. So a couple things. Last night I just pulled through and I drove all the way, and so we are like on the cusp of leaving Iowa and entering Illinois. So that is fun and dandy. Assuming that that's the case, assuming we take into account the pit stops of the charging, we are probably like around 9 to 10 hours away from Detroit, Michigan. So there's that. But right now we are waiting for it to be 8:30 a.m. because we booked a reservation to a hotel. But you know, since it's technically the literal next day, the reservation check-in is technically 3:30 p.m. But we called and we were like, can we do early check-in? And the guy said to call back at 8:30 to see availability. So hopefully they say yes, so we can just take a quick sleep cycle and then carry on with our lives in terms of driving. But I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna pan out. I'm also pretty afraid about going to go sleep and going into the hotel because of the fact that the car is alone and I have crap inside of the car, and so I really don't want to get jacked or anything, so I'm kind of afraid. I don't really know how to go about this conversation, but you know, I guess to each their own on that aspect. Other than that, right now I'm just gonna finish for this to go about, and then we're gonna go to that bus stop or whatever, truck stop, and then they have Einstein's Bros right there for the bagel. We're gonna probably eat something there while we're killing time for 8:30, and then call, and then hopefully they say yes, and if not, I have no idea what we're gonna be doing until 3:30. This thing is massive. This store is massive. The other side, first of all, there's a buffet, or like I don't know what it is, and then on the other side there's like the restaurants. This is like a regular store for pickup. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't even know what's happening at this point. So we ordered Einstein bagels. We ordered a breakfast sandwich for both of us. She ordered the veggie delight or whatever, and I ordered the all-nighter. And we got a water jug because we are thirsty. But I also came for the water bottles. But Jesus Christ, that whole building is massive. And we still have to look for the third floor that has apparently a movie theater in there. So assuming that they're like, no, we can't take you in until 3 o'clock or 3:30, then I guess we're watching a freaking movie, because I don't really know what else we're going to be doing for the next freaking bajillion hours.